Good? Hi. Hello again, Hometalkers. My name is Verna Shell. How are you doing tonight? And I'm here with my esteemed cameraman, my sister LaCheryl. We are joining you tonight from Virginia Beach, where if you would be so kind as to leave in your comments in the comments below where you guys are tuning in from. I would love to know. Because here in Virginia Beach, we've had some awesome weather. It's been like 80 degrees today. And with that, it's made me think about going outside and enjoying the patio, getting everything all refreshed for that. So tonight I'm going to show you a couple of great ways that we can keep the party rolling even after the sun goes down. So let's get started. The first project we're going to work with is ordinary set of Christmas lights. I know you guys have these already in your storage unit. So just go ahead and pull a set out and you will be ready for patio decor. So also with this, we're going to start with a bag of ping pong balls. We're going to turn these everyday Christmas lights into those kind of fancy globe lights. I've chosen to use a multicolored one, but you can use white lights and get the same effect. So what you'll need is an X-Acto knife and a push pin, a straight pin of some sort. Okay? Those are going to be your tools today. And, oh, these are already done, right? So these are my non-done ones. Wait, these are done too. You did all of them? Okay, so we'll open a new one. So these, this is what the ball will look like when you first get it. It's got this little seam that runs right down the middle, which makes it really easy for you guys to align all of your holes. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to punch a hole, an X. You're going to mark an X right into the middle. So you see one across this way, one across that way. Super easy with an X-Acto knife, and the ping pong balls are hollow, so it's really easy. You poke an X in it like this. This is where the light is going to go into. On the opposite side of this ball, and you can just come right around on the line, you're just going to poke a hole in here with the straight pin, just like that. Now the reason that we're doing this hole, this is something that I didn't do the first time, and a reader of mine actually suggested this as a great way to get the rainwater out of the ball once you put the lights up. I keep my lights up year-round, and sure enough, the first time I did it, I did have rainwater that collected in the ball. Eventually it would evaporate, which wasn't a big deal, but this absolutely solves that problem. Such a simple step. So once you've marked your X, placed your little pin in the bottom, your rain escape, you're just going to pop it onto your light. So here's your first level of light. There's your X. You're going to push it all the way in. So the light is completely inside of the ball. The light is not touching the ball, it is inside the ball. Okay? So that's your first one. And we'll just keep going so you can get an idea of what it is that how we're doing it and how simple it is. It really is. It's a great, easy concept. And it adds such beauty and ambiance to your outdoor space. So what are some of the things that you guys are making for your outdoor space? That is going to be our Hometalk question of the day. That's our giveaway question. And if you can tell us what you're making for your outdoor space, you have a chance to win a Hometalk tote bag at the end of the program. So be sure to put that in the comments, and Jordan will let us know who the winner is at the end. Oh, I forgot about the rain thing. Gotta keep the rain guy in there.
Are these only indoor lights?
Okay, so that's a very good question. Since we're using them as on your patio, you want to make sure that these are approved for indoor and outdoor use. These are the Christmas lights that you get from like Lowe's or Home Depot or any of those office places. Or not office places, what are those called? Home improvement stores. So they are approved for indoor outdoors. Did that answer that question? This one get cut? So yeah, you want to make sure again that the ball goes all the way on here.
Can you give some examples of how you would use them indoors maybe?
Yeah, definitely. So I think these are really fun ideas for a dorm room or a teenager's room to decorate, add a little ambiance to it. I've seen lots of people use them for weddings. Use the white lights instead of the multicolored ones. And now I'm just going to keep going so I can show you what it looks like at the end. But one of the biggest things, one of the big comments that I got from people about this project was that they used it for their RV when they went out camping over the summer. So they would decorate their space out in front of their RV and hang these patio lights out there, and this was a great way to do it. So patio lights are not inexpensive, and you don't really get a lot of lights with the ones that you can buy. So this is kind of a great bang for your buck because you get so many more lights, but you still get the same look and feel and ambiance that you would with those expensive globe lights.
Where would you get those ping pong balls from?
Yeah, so this giant bag of ping pong balls over here, this is 144. I got these on Amazon for like $6. You can buy them at the dollar store. I think they sell like packages of 4 for $1. So it really does make more economical sense to just buy it from Amazon in a giant pack. And the great thing is, I'm going to show you some more things that you can make with the ping pong balls. Or you can just use the leftovers for beer pong. It's always a good option.
Is it safe to use due to the heat of the light?
So yeah, that's a huge question that I used to get from a lot of readers. And the thing about the ping pong ball lights is that, one, these lights are not, they get a little warm, but they don't get hot. They're not going to melt the lights are not going to melt the ping pong balls. First of all, they're all the way inside the ping pong ball, so they're not touching the ball at all. See, none of this glass is touching. It's actually on the plastic itself. And then there's no chance of it getting hot or overheating. If you have a short in your wire, that is what's going to cause an issue. Not the ping pong ball, not the light touching it or anything like that. If you're really squeamish about it and a little scared, you can always use LED lights. And then you know for sure that that's not an issue. The other thing with our lights that we put out on our patio, I don't leave them up all night. So I turn them on when we're out there, and I turn them off when we come in at night. So they're on for maybe 4 or 5 hours while we're out there just enjoying or whatever. So I don't leave them like Christmas lights. You know how sometimes Christmas lights you just leave on 24 hours until the next morning. But when we do turn them on, the neighbors know it's party time.
Have you tried painting the balls?
Okay, so the thing with this is that the light, when it comes through, when I turn it on, you'll see it. If you paint it too opaque, then you won't be able to see the light, and you'll lose the ambiance and the glow that you're looking for. But if you do it a nice light coat, or if you do a design, maybe polka dots with a Sharpie, like a gold Sharpie, and you do some polka dots or something, I bet you that would work out really well. I have chosen not to paint mine because I like the way that they look when the lights come on. They do look like ping pong balls during the daytime. The first time I put them up, I was kind of worried, and a girlfriend of mine said, they do look like ping pong balls. But when we turned them on that night, golden. They were so worth it. This is too far. So do we have anybody making cool stuff for their outdoor patio? I'm interested to know because I haven't started my spring refresh yet.
We've got some folks putting them on gazebos.
Gazebos, yep, string lights.
I particularly like the chandelier idea.
Ooh, yes.
Seems many people are using these solar lights as well.
Yeah, that's definitely a hot one. I've seen like mason jars where you can put the solar lights in there. What else are we doing? How about any plant people out there? Because I am a huge crazy plant lady. That is like my new moniker in life. Do you have your hanging baskets up and your ferns and your containers? I do not do a garden. I don't have any vegetables or anything like that. I'm not quite that green-thumbed yet, but...
And those of you who are just tuning in, yes, we are doing the ping pong balls.
Ping pong ball lights.
Lights.
For your patio, or for your RV when you go camping, or for the dorm room.
It seems we have many subscribers who are anticipating the plug-in.
I know. Are you ready? Look, we'll do 3 more, and then we'll plug it in. Dun, dun, dun. Plug it in, plug it in.
Do they actually go through the ping pong balls that easily?
Yes. You see how, quick and easy I'm doing it? So this is a string of 100. Dun, dun, dun. You can do this while you're watching TV. It's brainless, easy activity. And now, for the magic to happen. Ta-da! You want to hold hold that side, little Cheryl? So we can hold them up. We've got, these are the fun, festive, multicolored ones. So if you did them in regular white bulbs, they would look like this. You want to turn that light off behind you? So there you have it. Like I said, I use the multicolored lights. You can definitely use white ones, but these are so much fun. Totally says party, fiesta, when we put them up on our pergola at night. So, and they're so easy, so easy. Instead of buying string lights that you only get like 14 to 20 lights or something on one string, this is great. And it's so easy. So.
For those who missed it, did you actually have to cut the ping pong balls, or do they come pre-cut?
No, you do have to cut the ping pong balls. So you start with an X-Acto knife, and you just make a little X on it. You have to hit both plates. So one last time for demonstration. You cut an X into the seam, and then on the other side, you're going to put a little pin prick in there to let the rain out. And this is where the light's going to go onto. And you just press this light, the hole, the X mark, into there. The ping pong ball will go all the way in, so it's touching the plastic, not the light. And there you have it. You have your whole string of ping pong ball lights. If you love these ping pong ball lights, please send hearts. We would love to know where you guys would put these up, or if you would use them for your dorm. They're great on our patio. Like I said, lots of people use them camping. I go glamping, so I don't do all that. But if you do go camping, this is great for your RV and things like that. Okie dokie. One project down, on to the next. Now you have this whole bag of ping pong balls. What else can you do with them? Well, I'm going to show you one other quick way, lighting thing that we can do with our ping pong balls. And if there's anybody out there who has made projects with their ping pong balls, I would love to know what else you can make. Or if you have ideas of what else you can make with them, that would be great too.
And an idea was given to use them on a tree.
Yes, that would be a lot of fun. You can wrap the tree around with it. Okay, so for the next ping pong ball activity, we're going to start with this. These are those paper mache cardboard letters. This is an 8-inch one. Ping pong balls. These are a little pre-cut. I'm just going to help you out a little bit. X-Acto knife. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to cut off the face of this letter. I'm going to bring it in a little closer. You're just going to slide your X-Acto knife right along the edge. There's a little bit of a groove that you can fall into. It's not hard, it's not anything dangerous. You don't have to press down super, super hard. So if you're just tuning in, we did a string of ping pong ball lights that look just like the globe lights that would be perfect for your patio. And now we are working on ways that we can use this ping pong ball light to make some cool marquee lights. That's what we're working on now. And my name is Verna Shell, but you can call me V. My sister is the cameraman.
A question was asked again about the ping pong balls. Where were you able to get those?
So I got those on Amazon. And if you go to my blog, which is createdbyview.com, or if you go onto Hometalk, where the post is about the ping pong ball lights and how to make them, there is also a link there, an affiliate link, to Amazon to show you exactly the bag that I bought.
Oh, another great idea.
Yeah, what is it?
Halloween eyeballs with tea lights.
Yes, you can put those little LED lights inside them. That would be cool. I've seen some really cute stuff that you can make for your garden, if we have any gardening folks out there. They've made like little bumblebees with them and stuck them on like skewers to throw in your garden. They painted them like bumblebees. Okay, so I think we made it all the way around. So we're going to pry off the face. Did you get all that? The prying off there? And it comes off pretty easy. There might be some spots that have a little snag. What's that? Do we see anybody where they're tuning in from?
Oh yeah, we got some folks from Australia.
Ooh, I love Australia. I want to go there so bad. I should have went when we were living in Japan. Okay, so there you go. That's how easy it is. You take the face off, and inside there's all these little extra pieces of cardboard that just keep it in its form. We don't need these, so feel free to go ahead and recycle these. Goodbye. Okay, so now you have this. If you weren't so great with your cutting, like I often am, uh-oh, what did I do with my sandpaper? Okay, my sandpaper is missing. But what you can do is just take a piece of fine grit sandpaper and work the edges right here. So for instance, like this little piece right here, which didn't cut off so well, you would just sand that down and it would just peel right off and you would have a nice clean edge. So just sand the edges if you're really anal like that, because I am. And you would have a perfect piece. So, now this is going to be the inside of your marquee light. What you're now going to do is flip it over. And you're going to figure out where are we going to place all of the balls.
So these folks from California are going to appreciate this.
Yeah, you can put your name up in lights. So, this is the way I did it. It's not at all scientific. You're welcome to copy it if you want. Like I said, not at all scientific. I'm sure there's probably bigger brains out there that can tell me the exact way to do this. So the first thing that I did was I measured the what is this called, width, and marked the center points between each one. And then from there, I decided I was going to move this in about an inch from the edge. And this is what I did literally. I taped a ball there, and I said, okay, well that's going to go there. And then I spaced it out accordingly. Literally, like that. And I just kept taping the balls around until I knew where it was. So where the little X marks are on here are where my ping pong balls are going to go.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay.
Could you use an emery board instead of sandpaper?
Yeah, sure. An emery board would work fine too. Anything that would just kind of get rid of that little extra grit. All right. My super scientific method. All right, so now that you know exactly where your ping pong balls are going to go, my little X's, you do the same thing like you do with the ping pong balls. You cut an X.
Oh, we got someone from Madrid, Spain.
Hola! So the X's that I'm cutting are where the lights are going to go into. And I have a step-by-step tutorial on the Hometalk page as well as my blog that has pictures of all of this in case you need some picture advice. If I'm going too fast or...
Why would you not use hot glue instead of tape?
Why would I not use hot glue? Because, oh, we're not keeping it on the side. This is just for marking. So when I put the little tape on here, that was just to help me space out where the actual ping pong balls are going to go. They're actually going to go on this side. So this is just our working area here. So we wouldn't want to hot glue or tape anything permanently on the back side.
Can you tell us what you're making again?
Yes, we are making those vintage marquee lights like that you see like on Broadway. And we're doing it with paper mache, cardboard, paper letters, and ping pong balls. And I think this is really fun because you can do like barbecue, BBQ, or bar for your outdoor patio area or for a party, or if you have a birthday or something, maybe you can do numbers or somebody's name if they have a short name. I unfortunately have a 9-letter name, so that's probably not going to happen. All right, so after you've done all of these X's, you're going to go back with the blunt side of your X-Acto knife and be very careful that you don't get your fingers on the top. I'm just going to squiggle around, and make a hole.
Could you use these letters to spell a child's name for a birthday party, maybe?
You absolutely can. So on my blog and on Hometalk, you can see that I made a monogram for my son's room. Did I not punch a hole out? I sure didn't. I made his initials and hung them on the wall. And you can also see how I hung them on the wall, which might be helpful if you're planning on doing that. And he loves it. He has it on as his new nightlight right now. And it really does give a nice warm glow to the room. What?
Folks are upset about the camera. I can't help the spot that's on the lens.
Oh, there's a spot. Sorry. Okay, so now we've taken this and we've poked all the holes in the back. And this is what our lights are going to go through. Okay, so what you can do now to make it look cool is you spray paint it, whatever color that you want. So for my son, I wanted it to be kind of fun. We did a red, white, and blue kind of a theme. So I spray painted them with a bright red, a blue, and a silver. For this one, we are going to spray paint it like a galvanized metal silver kind of thing. So I used this Hammer silver spray paint to kind of give it the galvanized look. So what you'll do now from here is you'll spray paint this, but since we're not going to do that today, I'm going to show you some that I've already done. Alright, so these have been spray painted. They've only been spray painted once. I would give it probably another coat and then go back and hit the little nooks and crannies around here that you don't necessarily get if you're spray painting it this way. And you just do it nice and easy. Let it dry all the way before you get a chance to mess with it. And then you're ready for your lights. So are we ready? Yes. Let's do a quick recap. Okay, just for anybody who's joining us, we're making marquee letters with paper mache letters and ping pong balls. We measured and spaced our ping pong balls. We cut X's and then punched it through with the X-Acto knife, and then we spray painted them and got them ready to go. So now I have a string of white lights that we're going to use. And again, these are approved for indoor-outdoor use. These are the ones that I got for Christmas, probably from Lowe's. And let's see, let's start on the Y. And we're going to start at the top.
Brittany says this is seriously genius.
Yay! We like genius. Alright, so again, you're going to punch those guys through there like that, so the lights come through on the other side. Oh, these are a little bit bigger. So my son's, I used 12-inch lights, or 12-inch letters, and so the ping pong balls might be a little big for these. These are 8. So you're just going to keep poking your lights through there. Let me see. Some of it does take a little bit of interpretation. So, for instance, I'm going to do this. What we're going to do is take some tape. And we are going to tape that bad boy down. So that it doesn't get in the way there.
Can you use battery-operated LEDs?
Absolutely. Those would probably be better than these ones that you plug in, but those are a little bit more expensive, so they will cost you a little bit more. But then you don't have to worry about this thing at the end and trying to hide it and stuff.
These make a great nightlight.
It is a great nightlight. Like I said, I did a monogram for my son, and it's hanging up on his wall in his room, and that is absolutely what he uses for his nightlight right now. Just to keep everything nice and easy and clean, I am just going back and taping the lights down. And it really depends on the letter. Some letters you don't have to do all this, but some letters depends on the spacing. M, which is my son's middle initial, that's a crow. Okay, so we've got one down. Oh no, you're gonna see the other side.
An idea is cut the end off and use electrical shrink to close it off.
Ooh, I think that goes above my pay grade. I don't know anything about it.
Oh, can you use them in shadow boxes?
Yeah, I would probably use the battery-operated fairy lights in the shadow box. So there's not a ton of space in there. And these things are a little bit bigger than what you know. Oh, I'm sorry. I should be showing you this way. I'm trying to jam it in there, so I need a little bit of leverage. But okay, so we got it like that, and then we're gonna come over here like this. So see, every now and again you'll have to skip a light if you're going down like this. And then we're gonna tape these guys together so it's nice and clean. Come back down the line, and then I'll put that one there. Does that make sense? So far? So far, so good? Are you guys excited about the turning on the light as you were with the ping pong ball lights? I'm doing this very quickly, just for the purpose of this. Of course, I would sit down and do this a little bit nicer if it was, you know, a permanent thing.
See, someone once made a bar sign.
Yeah, a bar sign would be fun, right? Throw that above your bar cart. Barbecue, I think, would be fun. You can always do love. Doesn't everybody like the word love? You can just do an initial. So your family's last name, for instance, and throw that up on the mantle or something. All right, we're down to our key. So I left about 2 lights between each one.
What kind of tape works best?
I use packaging tape usually, but this is the tape that I had on hand. It's just regular masking tape. Uh-oh, did I skip one? Skip one. Okay.
Is there something else you could use besides the cardboard? The cutouts?
I guess if you had a drill press, you could use the wood ones, but that would require, or you could use, the metal ones. You'd have to have some serious machine work to do that. My husband could do that. This is the level of my machining abilities.
So between these and the globe lights, there should be no monsters in the kids' rooms.
That is right. We are hiding we put all the lights up.
How would you put these up?
Yeah. So I hung these in my son's room with a nail, and I put, and you can look on my website about that, creativebyv.com. I just used a nail and I hid it behind I put it in where the ping pong ball would naturally hide it when you put the ping pong ball over it. And then I used a level just to make sure that it was even, and it worked out great. He absolutely loves it. And there's lots of pictures on my blog if you want to take a look at what it looks like. And I hung it vertically, so it's JML going this way. Okay. Oh, we're not ready to turn it on yet. So now we're ready to turn it over. Oh, did I do it backwards? Did do it backwards. Oh man, I did it backwards. You get the idea though. Okay, so then now you're going to do the same thing that you did before. You have your ping pong ball. You cut the X in there on the seam. You don't need to put the little pin perk on the back because there shouldn't be any rain. This is not going to make it forever outside, so you will have to bring it in if you take it outside. And you just pop that right on there, just like you did with the globe lights. It's okay, we can cut more. You cut plenty, so we're good to go. Thank you. And Coco will probably take over some.
She took one.
Yeah, my dog, she loves them. Alright, here's the Y. So these paper mache letters I got at my local craft store. Use those coupons. So I actually ended up getting these when they were on sale. So they were buy one, get one 50% off. But if you use the coupons. So the 8-inch ones were, I think, about $3. The 12-inch ones were $4.50. So with the coupon, it makes it worthwhile. And yes, I am totally that kind of girl who would go in one day, buy one letter, go back the next day, buy another letter. Yeah, that's me.
Would it possibly catch fire easily?
What, the ping pong ball?
Your the entire design.
Oh, the paper and stuff?
Yes.
No, the same kind of idea with the ping pong ball lights. Like my son's lights are on 4 to 5 hours and the lights don't get hot at all. So unless there's a short in your cord, that would be the only reason that it should catch on fire. But if you are squeamish about it, you are welcome to use LED lights that stay cool under every circumstance. But like I said, these are on at my son's room. I turn them on when he goes to bed, and then I unplug them when I go to bed, and they have never gotten hot. And again, the ping pong ball is all the way, or the light is all the way inside the ping pong ball. It is not touching the glass part of the light. It is touching the plastic on the inside. So what word would you make if you had the chance to make your own marquee letter? Would you do your initials? Would you do your last name? Love, barbecue, peace?
When we get to the end of this, can you show us again how you made the cut?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am, I sure can. Do we have anybody else talk about things that they've made with ping pong balls? Did I ask mine? Oh, and don't forget about the Hometalk giveaway question. What are you making for your outdoor space? I'm going to say this one's a little bit small. This one, oh, there it goes. Too loved. And then give yourself more forethought than I did, and don't do it backwards, because then you'll have to pull all the lights back out and put them back in again. But that's usually how my DIYs go. I end up getting it all done, and then something happens like this, I do it backwards, and voila. You are back at stuff again. Okay. And now we've got, it's backwards, sorry. But you get the idea. Now you've got your little marquee signs, vintage marquee signs.
Oh,
what do we
someone
think?
plans to use this for their open house.
Yay! Interesting. What word would you put on there for an open house? If you love this design, please send hearts.
Or better yet, a beer pong table that lights up.
Oh yeah, that's my kind of person right there. Invite me over to that party. So here we go, that's the marquee lights. So we used everyday paper mache letters. We cut off the front of them with an X-Acto knife, just around the front. And then on the back we marked and measured where we wanted to put the ping pong balls. We marked an X for where we wanted the balls to go. We then cut that X out with an X-Acto knife. We turn the X-Acto knife around, use the blunt end of it to punch a hole. This is the hole that was punched in it. So that we could shove these lights through the hole. The lights came through, and we capped it with the ping pong balls. And you've got your own marquee lights. So there you go. 2 projects using very inexpensive materials, but still give a great bang for your buck. And give your patio some new life, right? And the last thing that we're going to do is something more traditional. We're going to put the ping pong balls away. Yes?
You got 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, we're going to do it very quickly now. So we're going to do something very much more traditional and do lanterns for your outdoor space. How many of you guys love entertaining outdoors? I love it. I love having family and meals and stuff outside and having gatherings. What are some of your favorite foods that you like to eat for those events? We would like to know, so please put that in the comments. So we're going to make our own mason jar lanterns. First thing that you're going to do is get a mason jar. I picked these because they're kind of cool modern design, they're nice and smooth, and you can see right through them without any design work on it. You're going to start by putting a filler. So I chose these rocks, these small like pea gravel, river rock looking things. And you're just going to fill the bottom of it. And you're putting the space in here for two reasons. One, it's great, it looks good. And two, it helps everything stay in place. The next thing you want to do is kind of add some fillers to it, some decorative work. So I have these faux florals that we are going to shove into the rocks. Now the rocks are going to keep these guys in place and act as a stabilizer.
Ooh, we got baby back ribs.
Yeah, that's your favorite? Do you make them yourself? That's awesome. What's your favorite food, LaCheryl?
Honestly, potato salad for me.
Potato salad? Yeah? Potato salad girl, huh? I don't know what mine is. I would say beer, but I don't know if that qualifies. All right, so we've got our fun little ideas there. They're all pushed into the rock and then gives it the necessary thing that we're going to keep it down. Because the next thing we're going to do is add some water to it. Because we're going to do a floating candle. And the rocks also keep the faux florals from floating to the top.
Shrimp Alfredo homemade.
Ooh, we got some serious cooks out there. And the last thing we're going to add on is the floating candle. Just pop that guy in there like that. And you've made yourself a beautiful mason jar lantern to set on your table. And it's your own creative work, adds a little touch of creativity and whimsy. You can even do fun things like this, take it to the next level. This is a little fairy garden that we made. I just cut a little piece of cardboard for the bottom, hot glued some moss to it with some flower accents, threw the fairy on top. I just took a piece of regular sisal rope to make the lantern portion of it. Obviously I glued it on here backwards, but I glued some vines and flowers on it to make it decorative, so that it could hang if it wanted to. And the other thing I put in here was a votive with a tapered top or a flared top, so it sits right there on the rim. So that's another option. There are so many great options for candles. I mean, you can use real candles, which is what I prefer, or you can use the LED candles or fairy lights as well. And the last one is a coastal look to it. Again, I filled the bottom with sand for a stabilizer for your candle. Added some decorative accent pieces with seashells, and then lastly put in a votive with a votive holder. It's helpful from old experience, or my experience, that if you don't use the holder, wax melts and gets all mixed up into all your stuff that you have down here and makes a hot mess. So try and put the votive holder in there. So those are my 3 DIYs that I have for you today: the ping pong ball lights, the ping pong ball marquee lights, and these 3 mason jars that you can make for your outdoor table. Do we have a winner for the? Did Jordan already do the winner for the Hometalk giveaway?
Yes, congratulations to Olivia D. Wicks.
All right.
Jordan will be reaching out to you shortly.
That's awesome. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe at the end of this broadcast. There's a little button, just hit the subscribe button. And then come back tomorrow night too, because at 1 o'clock tomorrow, we are going to have another DIY video going on. But I really appreciate you guys taking the time today to join me and to learn some fun activities.
Congratulations, Olivia.
Yeah, thanks.